Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is an 8 of Wands to start us out. That's going to be our departure point, all right? That's where we're going to start our journey from. And we see a 10 of Wands. Okay, very interesting. Oh, and the star, the Hanged Man, and the 5 of Swords came up upside down. Now, I typically don't read reversals, but sometimes when they happen, it's meaningful, you know? We don't need reversals. I don't intentionally put reversals into my deck as I'm shuffling or anything like that. I don't think it's really needed, but, you know, we'll take these since they came out this way. Now, we're going to select our mystery card, our bonus card, confirmation card. We're using the Smith-Waite deck for our mystery card. And we're going to set this card right down here. We'll put Simon Ripley, the alien, right there on top. AKA Mork. And hopefully by the end of the reading, you know, that card can tie everything together and, you know, give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. So let's take a look at this energy. Let's see what we're working with here. We've got major, major, and major. We've got fire. We've got water. We've got air. And we've got earth. Very cool. I like that we have a balance of elements here. It's a little heavy on the fire at the moment, but we have every element, you know, right here. And then on the path of the serpent, we have some earth and some air. And then, of course, the major arcana, which is the hermit energy, coming at the end, which is more earth energy, right? So let's see what's going on now with these fire energies right here in the middle. Let's start with the 8 of Wands. I think that there's some anxiety building up in you. I think that you might be in a situation now where maybe you feel that there's a lack of options, or maybe you feel like you've already kind of exhausted your options, right? I think that with the 8 of Wands, this is a lot of energy that is still present. It's almost like I feel a nervous energy, you know, where you want to move. Maybe we're not sure which direction to move. Maybe we've already, you know, attempted everything that we could. We've done everything possible within our power in this situation. Looking around, it seems maybe work or family, right? 4 of discs, 3 of discs, the Knight of discs. We've got the earth energy hermit over here as well. So I feel like there's some anxiety in this situation. Either work or family is my initial guess, but take it how it resonates. With the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, I feel like there's kind of some uncertainty. I think it's kind of progressing into just downright anxiety, right? And I think it's really because there are perhaps no options left. Perhaps there is no real perceivable way for you to move. Maybe you feel just kind of stuck where you are, but there's this really urgent desire to do something, to move. And so we're feeling a little bit, or a lot, anxious, you know? Anxious is a lot of movement, a lot of activity that doesn't really take us anywhere. You know, we're tap dancing in place almost in this frantic kind of way. So it could be that we maybe try something in one direction, we're blocked, so we go the opposite direction. It's blocked over there too. We've tried every different point on the compass, and we just can't seem to find the way through. Okay? So we're at some sort of an impasse. Something where I think you've exhausted your options. Now, the Ten of Wands does talk a lot about exhaustion. And this might actually be manifesting as a physical thing for you, a physical ailment, some fatigue, some exhaustion, some feeling like you're just kind of run down. Yeah. And I think it's because we're still expending a lot of energy kind of tap dancing in place. We're not making any progress at the moment because I don't know exactly why yet, but I feel like we've tried and something's either blocking us, or we kind of take 2 steps in one direction, and then we take 4 steps in the opposite direction, and then pretty soon we're just kind of zigzagging all over the place, but we haven't really left the room, So this is a lot of fire energy. And this is fire energy that I think is becoming a little bit disconnected from the original source, right? We may be losing sight on what we're even trying to do. Is this, you're trying to get a promotion, you're trying to get hired somewhere, you're trying to finish a project at work, you're trying to get a business started, you're trying to get your business off the ground, you're trying to, take care of some issues in your family at home, maybe bills, expenses, repairs, whatever it might be. Maybe just with relationships. Maybe you're trying to fix the dysfunction of your family or something like that. Okay? There's a lot of restless activity right now. And I think this is pretty much a general anxiety, a general worry about what to do. The good news, there is some good news here. The good news is that both the Five of Swords and the Hanged Man came out reversed, inverted, upside down. Maybe we start with the Five of Swords, okay? Typically, the Five of Swords would come out this way, right? Point down. This is a sense of being defeated by something. This is the energy of being at a loss, being in a disadvantaged position. This is basically you lost the fight, okay? This is the feeling that our spirit, our will, our confidence, our hope is buried underneath the weight of whatever situation we're in. Okay, that's why this point, the crown, the spirit, which should be on top, right, is on the bottom, underneath everything. We're just being kind of oppressed by the situation. Coincidentally, the Ten of Wands, the key word here is oppression. It's the weight of this situation feels like it's on your shoulders. There is a lot of anxiety here because of this. For whatever reason, you feel like it's up to you. All the weight of this whole thing is just resting right on you. And it's causing some anxiety because maybe we don't know how to get out from underneath this. We don't know the way forward. Right. But back to the Five. Now, the Five of Swords, typically like this. But today, for some reason, the card came out upside down. We're not feeling defeated by it. We can change this around. Perhaps you do feel a bit like this, Five of Swords. But the good thing about it is that this is maybe the reminder that we can turn things around. We can put our hope, we can put our spirit, we can put our confidence and our optimism back on top. We can let Spirit take the wheel again, right? We can have faith, we can have hope and trust in ourselves, in the situation, in the other people involved. I don't see many other people involved here, though. I feel like, we've got this Knight of Pentacles down here, but I don't think this represents other people. I think the absence of court cards, of course, save this, of course, the absence of court cards is telling me that even though you might be surrounded by coworkers, friends, or family who are involved in this with you, you feel alone. You feel like this is your task, your burden. This is your weight to carry, and there's no help, right? I think we're changing that perspective, though. I think that's what this Five of Swords is about, partially, is about now having a change of perspective, not looking at the situation like we can't handle it, we've lost, we've been defeated, and I have to ask for help. No, this is saying the way that we're going to win, the way that I'm going to win, is by asking for help, right? It's the same thing. It's just a different way of looking at it, right? So I think that, I don't know if there was something, I'm still kind of mixed. I think for a lot of you, this might be something in your personal life, at home, maybe with finances, maybe a health or wellness thing. For others, this is going to be something taking place at work. Okay. But I think we're changing our perspective on things, and it's no longer this defeated kind of attitude. Now we're lifting our head back up and we're saying, I'm going to win. I'm going to do what needs to be done. I'm going to get over this anxiety, and I'm going to get to, whatever our goal is. Now, I like that we have the star energy up here. I just want to point that out. This star is really raining blessings down. I think amazing things are really coming your way. I think we're opening ourselves up to assistance, to help from the universe, to just asking for help, asking for insight. The star energy doesn't have to be some religious experience. This could be as simple as asking the universe or your higher self for clarity, for insight, and for guidance, right? It's really a matter of just redirecting the energy that's already here with you. It's just a matter of redirecting it and opening ourselves up to the answer, to the solution. Yeah. Now, speaking of solutions, the only real water energy that we have is this Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is a card that usually comes out like this. We're sinking down into the situation. We are underwater. Maybe literally, or well, I guess it'd still be figuratively underwater in terms of a loan, a mortgage, some kind of bills, or personal finances, household budget kind of thing. It could be that we really feel that we're in a situation that is unwinnable. Unwinnable. And that, of course, goes back to the Five of Swords. We've just gotten ourselves so deep in this hole that there's no getting out of it. But it really feels to me like since these cards came out upside down, that we need to change the way we're looking at things. Maybe we just got our eyes on the ground and we're looking down. We have to look up. And the Hanged Man inverted now, this is a sign of triumph. This is a sign of victory, which is kind of exactly what this card means when we flip that around. This is achievement. This is good. This is good news, right? This tells me that we're coming out of this pit of worry and overwhelmed fire energy here, that maybe we can stop worrying about it, right? Maybe we're going to get the answers that we need. Now, the star energy is bringing the answer down. The answer is going to wash over you like a cool water on a hot day, right? And we've had a lot of those lately. Some really cool, refreshing water that comes down on you, enlightens you, gives you the answer. And that answer leads to practical things, right? This is very, very cool because we have like this starlight coming down, right? Which is kind of a fire energy, but it's a spiritual fire. It's an enlightenment. And that enlightenment trickles down through this fire energy, your anxiety, your sense of responsibility, this overwhelmed, exhausted kind of feeling, this depleted feeling. And kind of inflames this Knight of Discs, because the Knight is the fire aspect of the suit, so the fire aspect of the earth. We're taking some of this anxious energy, this frantic energy, and now we're giving it some form. We're giving it something to do. We're giving it the practical solution. The practical solution. So with the Star, I really do. I think this is such a beautiful card. And this could very well be a reliance on God, Goddess, deity, on spirit, on guardian angels, spirit guide, ancestors. Asking for the guidance that we need, because we feel like we're being kind of crushed by the weight of this. And we definitely feel like there's no direction we can go. We've tried everything. There's no way out of this. Well, the Hanged Man knows the way out and is leaping out of the water in triumph. So these are the amazing things coming your way. We thought the Star was the amazing thing. Now this is the source, but the triumph of the Hanged Man is really, this is what's in your future, and that's why this card is in the position of your immediate future. These are the amazing things coming your way. Relief, release, triumph. Triumph. Now you're still going to have the hard work to do. This is still going to be something that you're going to have to now, with this insight, with this revelation from Spirit, or from your instinct, your higher mind, from the universe, whatever you want to call it. If we can get past this horizontal energy and start looking above, looking at what's higher, looking at what transcends this situation, I think the answer will come to you. And it's going to lead to really, really amazing things. So I think as we get to the path of the Serpent, our worries are kind of over. We've got a lot of work to do. We have this kind of triad of earth energy now. Now we feel a little bit more stable. We have the Four of Discs in our general energy, and this is a feeling of stability. This is saying that, look, your boat's not sinking, right? Your house is stable, your life is stable, things are okay, right? We're in stable condition. And this is a good place to be. This is the relief. Now, okay, now I'm not worried. I've had this refreshing water energy. I'm not overheated anymore, right? I'm not having a heat stroke here. I'm not dehydrated. Now we're at a good baseline. But now the real work starts, and now this is where the Knight of Pentacles has to take everything that we've learned on the path of the dove, all of the things that we've tried that haven't really worked or haven't been the answer, all of this kind of nervous energy that we have. We have to take all of that now and start building up from this foundation, from this baseline. So in a large part, I think this reading is about opening ourselves up to a little bit more faith and trust in ourselves, in the people around us, asking for help, allowing some assistance from the outside world, friends, family, right, loved ones, from coworkers, from the universe, right? Just reaching out. I don't think it's a pride thing that's going on. I don't think you're too proud, to ask for assistance. I think that we are just we're so used to doing everything on our own, and whatever this situation is, it feels like it's all on your shoulders. Just with this Knight of Pentacles here, all this fire is kind of right on top of this card. It feels like it's your burden, and you're being kind of overwhelmed by that. Yeah. But we're getting past all of that. And we're getting over here now. Three of Pentacles in the environment. This is really something that suggests business or some sort of transactions, right? This is this is a lot of effort. This is understanding the give and take, understanding kind of the transactional nature of whatever situation you're in. That it's nothing is being given to you as a charity. Nothing is free, right? There is an exchange of goods and services for compensation, whether this is in your home repairs, whether this is health, whether this is something going on at work. There's an exchange here. There's a compromise, right? There's a negotiation involved. This is you understanding the kind of the business of life. Does that make sense? Understanding how to get things done by basically recruiting other people, by getting others involved, by accepting the help. Now that it doesn't really feel like help anymore. Now it feels like we are, almost hiring people to do a job kind of thing. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's part of your work right now, is if you've got to find the right people to bring in that can do this, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Any business person would hire outside help. It's too much for one person to do. If we've got the resources, let's exchange some compensation for somebody else's services. So the 3 is all about understanding, and I feel like you're understanding how things function and how to get things done in this kind of different way, or this, maybe not a different way, but I feel like we're more informed now. I feel like we're relieved of some of the stress and pressure of this, knowing that there are resources available to us, that there are things that we can do, rather than just being in this fire energy and just boiling, just kind of suffering here. So I think in your environment, I think you are a bit of a leader here. I think you are someone that is expected to take care of things. Even if this is a family thing, maybe this is just trying to get your family, get everybody, talking again or something. It still feels like you're the one that everybody kind of looks to for answers. With the 3 of discs, I get that feeling too, that you're the one that seems to be the wise person, and everybody is kind of looking at you like, what do we do? And I think that there was this moment, however brief, where you honestly didn't know, and it was kind of a little bit of a freak out moment. And that's why we've got the 2 of Swords here in the position of what we don't want, right? We don't want. Now, this is a couple of things. I think the 2 of Swords is basically saying you don't want to be the one to make the decisions, for one thing. You don't want that role. You don't want everybody to look at you as if you are the one who knows what to do all the time. That's a heavy burden, right? And then I can understand how maybe we would feel like we're not living up to that expectation if we ask for help, or we admit we don't know, or we try to change our perspective on this a little bit. But there's something in you that doesn't want that role or that responsibility. Also, the 2 of Swords is an energy that tells me you're not gonna let this happen again. Because there will be more difficulties. There will be more of these kind of freak out moments where inside maybe you're freaking out, you don't know what to do. But you know how to calm yourself down. You know how to invoke this star energy, whether it's through ritual or prayer or some kind of stemming activities, or any kind of relaxation methods, anything like this. To quiet this anxiety down and let the answer come to us. Okay. I think that you've discovered now, you're learning how to do that, so in the future, you're not going to have this kind of, you're not going to have this problem again, where we're stuck in the middle here, not knowing which way to go, thinking every move is the wrong move, or 2 steps one way, we retreat, then we go 2 steps the other way, then we retreat. A lot of movement, but no real progress. I think we've found a way to escape that situation, right? When it does happen in the future, I think we have the remedy for it. Yeah. Now, the final card is interesting because it's the Hermit energy. And I kind of feel like I feel like you want to withdraw from public life. I feel like this just isn't for you anymore. This fire, I feel, has really kind of burned you in a way, where it's made you want to just, done. I don't even want to be involved anymore, And it could be perhaps something to do with this star, this Hanged Man energy. Because these major arcana cards are very spiritual cards. And they have earthly effects, as we can see, but there's also this spiritual connection. And I kind of feel like you want to withdraw, and you just want to explore the star energy a little bit more. Maybe this has renewed your interest in a more spiritual life. Maybe it's something where you realize that you're not so invested in this kind of hectic, high stakes, anxiety fueled life anymore. Maybe you're not into the business anymore. Maybe you don't want to be in charge of things like this, and maybe there's something different for you. So I think that this is a little bit of a turning point for you. When we said earlier that it's kind of like all your worries are over now, maybe you're learning to live a life that is just less stressful. Has less opportunity for you to just be kind of freaking out in the fire. And it's interesting that we have the earth here, which is the fuel for the fire, and we have the air, which is the oxygen that the fire needs. So we really have, and then we're either using the Hanged Man as an accelerant, like gasoline, or this is the water that puts the fire out. Okay? And I feel like you've been there, you've done that. Now you're looking for something a little bit different. You're looking for maybe a more peaceful life, a more spiritual life, something more tranquil, something where you can explore your spirituality or your interests or something like this. Yeah. But with these 2 cards, I feel like we're almost, maybe not, but almost setting off on a different path in life. And that could be part of the 2 of Swords too, saying, I don't want to ever experience this again. So I'm starting my new life as a monk or something. Now, maybe not literally, or literally. And hey, I would totally respect that. I think that's awesome. I feel like this is just a desire, an impulse that you might have. Yeah. Well, let's check the mystery card and see if our dear friend Simon Ripley has any further insight for us. Thank you, Mark. I don't know what we need, really. I would like to see something, I think a 6 of Cups would confirm what we were just talking about with these 2, with the Hermit and the Star. I think the 6 of Cups would show that, yes, we're looking for just a life that's more tranquil, more peaceful, more not this, But let's just see what we've got. Well, we've got a 9 of Cups. So it is water energy. But this is water energy now that could be on either path. Could be on the path of the monk, the hermit, or it could be on the path of, like an emperor's path. Someone that just, you've learned how to handle all of this fire energy now, all of this stress. You've gotten more experience with this. Now you kind of like it. Now you want even more business. You're looking for high stakes, investments and games and deals and just, that kind of, that rush, I don't know if you've watched the HBO show Succession. I love that show. But to me, that's very fast-paced. I don't even know what's going on half the time. It's all fire all the time, right? It's always this. And then some Hanged Man stuff too. But with the Nine of Cups, I kind of feel like whatever path you choose, you're going to make sure that it's the path that is going to lead you to happiness. Because you don't want to feel like you're just burning with no place to go and full of this anxiety and dread and freaking out. And this doesn't feel good at all. So you, I think, are making the decision now to follow the path that's going to make you happy. That's going to be a pleasurable, joyful path. That at least you're doing something that you love, right? You're pursuing your happiness. You're following your bliss, and there's going to be ups and downs. You're going to be back in this fire again eventually, right? You're still human, I think. But now you're focused on something different. Maybe we were focused before on the kind of financial, I just want to get everything stable. Like that's what's important to me, is just being successful and whatever. Now I think there's a higher aspiration. We still want safety, security, stability. We still want health. We still want wealth. But you're going to go about it with this higher ideal in mind, that you want to pursue it in such a way that brings you joy rather than all of this anxiety, right? So maybe this is the amazing thing that's coming your way. This is the amazing stuff that's going to be, I think, running through your whole life. I think getting out of this hanged man, getting out of this fire through this triumphant hanged man, this is the amazing thing it's coming your way right now, that's going to give you a new outlook on life and how you want your whole life to be like that triumphant hanged man. That no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. You're going to be happy. Even when things are bad, things are down, we're struggling, there's still this sense of joy. There's still this sense of love and support. Yeah. I like this for you. I think this is good. I'm still curious if you're going to be a monk or if you're kind of going full hermit, but we'll see. Leave me some comments. Let me know. If you want to check out the extended, just click on the link that's right up there. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just Libra, but for all signs. I encourage you to cross-watch, check your other placements. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. We're almost at 100K. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for letting me read for you.